gameplay. Map 1 going the way of IvI Valor coming in on map 2, forcing us into it. Map 3, what did you see from those last 2 games there, Shinny? I mean, we saw some amazing chemistry from both sides, but any one side you think in particular does a little bit better with that?
I mean, IvI, they have gorgeous chemistry. We've been waiting all week to say that specific line. Good reference, to some of our pre-meetings where some very choice words were utilized. But IvI, they're an impromptu team. They do work off the fly a lot, but you can just see they are able to respond with each other. They are able to match up, see great synergy. But Valor leaving no gaps, showing that they can own Maul, that is their map. It's been back and forth. We are 1-1, and we are going into map 3 here pretty dang soon.
I think they're showing they don't want to leave any crumbs on the table. If you're going to beat Valor at BeerMilkCon, you got to beat them, go to map 3. You want to fight them all the way until the very end. IvI want to prove themselves because they lost that previous championship. They want to showcase Ace so they can come back. But hey, we're coming back into map 3 for these two teams go right into Arctic. Arctic. Shane, what do you feel about Arctic? How do you expect this, and why? How do you feel about it being map 3 of all maps?
I'm very happy with this. This is another map that was reworked about a year ago. Previously, it was another very, very defender-sided map. There were so many open hallways. It was a very hard map to navigate sometimes as an enforcer, just because there were so many spots that you could just get caught out on. This has turned into another map where it feels like each floor has its own identity. Each floor can operate a little bit differently. It has its own appealing side. But this top floor right now, there's multiple ways to play it. I feel personally it is a slightly more enforcer-sided floor, but if you know how to defend it, you can own this floor. You can make it your own. You can deny anybody.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of teams play into that B side. It's commonly used by a lot of these teams, and it does very well, right? It's picked up with that half, they can utilize it and really get some great pushes in. But we're seeing some quick action already from these teams. They're going to be making some choices and some quick choices on top of that. Here's Sweet's already knocking down Crimson down with the count, as that was a fast approach by the Valor squad. Can they keep the action going? Can they keep the bullets flying?
I mean, we're seeing it right now. Util has gone down. Incendiary is kind of blocking off everybody, but this hard defense of A showing itself from IvI. They do not want to let anybody in. Damage has been ticked. Yes, that man disadvantage coming in on Valor, but it looks like they are reassessing. They are learning what they need to do. Can they get the purchase in? It's a bit of a stalemate at this moment. Just somebody trying to find their next move.
Take a lot of time here from the defending team. They did knock down Crimson. They got a little bit of breathing space, but about a minute into this round, Valor is going to have to ramp up some attack against IvI, because this is looking like an amazing defense right now as they are holding these areas, and some interesting choices being made by both of these teams.
Yes, we do see some repositioning, some restructuring of where they want to go. It looks like that kitchen has become potentially the next hot zone as we see rotates on rotates, but nothing has quite come to a head just yet.
I know they're trying to develop some plays. I know they want to do some things here. Proxy on the back end, knocking down the gems for the count. I'm waiting to see if any potential plays might be coming out from these two teams. As Ash knocks down Wound for the count, they've been struggling to get some of these players in, as they are still 5 up for IvI. So close on certain things. It's Swift though knocking out Eye Adapt, leaving just Dusty on the Valor side as they do not on the other side. Now just Ash and Plunge. They got 20 seconds. Decisions have to be made, and they got to be made right now. Otherwise, they're about to sign out for this round.
The clock is coming down. It is ticking. There is no stopping it. But he still has to deal with 2 IvI players. He is low on health, but he is going to make it.
Nothing more big than we've gone into round 3. We got a third ace from this series. I'm excited to see if we can just one more ace. We can ask for one more ace in the round, in the game. I'd be very, very happy But who knows? Who knows what's going to happen as these teams are looking so good? IvI so close getting knocked out. I mean, Valor was about to have the craziest clutch play in the end.
I would have absolutely lost it if Dusty had managed to clinch up that ace. That would have been beautiful and an amazing way to start map 3. But Ash, keeping his cool, swinging off of his teammate, making sure that that round goes into IvI's hands. That is a good start for them. Though, sorry, we have people yelling behind us. It's getting a little bit distracting right now. I'm not quite able to keep my attention quite the way I was earlier this morning. We do see this next round beginning. Basement floor. This one is a little bit more, or is decently more defender-sided. There's a lot of choke points that make it very difficult for enforcers if the defenders know how to utilize them.
Yeah, this first floor tends to attack that B side very, very commonly. We'll see if Valor makes those similar choices to the meta, or they mix things up, because I know Valor likes to make things a little bit differently when they possibly can, as I think IvI is going to be hearing some noise and make some choices on this. The Incendiary coming out, really denying the zone.
We do see the wall coming out. Dusty getting a beautiful frag right on the Swift. Dusty getting a second kill on Ash. He is on fire today. 6 kills already in his pocket, and it is just the second round.
Yeah, I think I saw someone accidentally throw the frag and didn't quite work out in the favor that they had, but I mean, knocking down 2 players on the IvI side. They're not even on the site yet, so this is looking rough right now for that IvI defense. Doesn't mean they can't come back, but they have a little bit of time for Valor to really develop this play. We'll see how they do this. It's not another player. We see now I'm over the ace, but it doesn't matter. Zyduck says I'm going to take that pick, and it looks like Dusty going in for final.
That is insanity. He is driving Valor. He has taken the wheel. Call this man Jesus.
Oh my goodness, coming into this upcoming round. It's only 2 rounds in. It's only 2 rounds in. I mean, how do we feel in the crowd about this? 1 for 1. How are y'all feeling right now? Who do you think's gonna win? Valor? IvI? I want
to see it play out.
No, my script, I know the answer.
Oh, you're right. I completely forgot. You're right.
Overtime, obviously, because I wanted that. And then at that point, we'll talk about it later. We'll get there when we get there. As we come into round 3, IvI and Valor going round for round at this point. And I love seeing some of these economy choices. Again, the variety being made by these teams is one of my favorite things we see now, because again, the round used to always be just a assault rifle round.
Yes, and just the dynamic that we have now in Breachers, everybody has a certain weapon that they preference, whether they want to save a little bit more cash and just put a little bit more skill and effort into their weapon, or if they want to go for something that is old reliable. There is 1,000 options on the table now with Breachers in how you want to play. The meta is more diverse than it's ever been.
As we do come into this round, 30 seconds already down on the clock. Man, time does truly fly by, as we are going to be seeing how Valor decides to approach this side. Looks like we might be seeing some choices being made by the Valor side. I want to say so many things, but I can't quite say every single thing, as now time is counting down.
We do see some setup beginning. Some space has been taken. Nothing found yet, though. No kills have gone out. Barely any wall banks have gone out. No damage found just yet. The first wall blows. We see that B is, in fact, the target. And Jims takes down Proxy. First pick in the hands of Valor. We see the plant going down. And, oh, the flank shut down. Sleeto not getting his chance to get wound out. It is 3v5. The damage has been done onto Jims, and he is out. Dusty, a little hurt, but still shining.
So close, a lot of damage coming out from Valor. Dusty trying to get as many shots down the range as they possibly can, but if you can play it out there, you know what, K only leaving plunge left to Flip to
him. I want to see what his KD is right now.
Okay, dang. You
9.
Say please.
9. Yes, he only got 1 kill that round, but that is brilliant. That is amazing. So early to already almost be catching double digits.
I mean, almost double digits. Such a standout player. Dusty 9-1 showcasing, hey, I'm on the Valor side. I'm going to be knocking out these IvI players because I want to move on to the grand finals. You know, it's funny. I was walking down the hallway. One of the IvI players saying, we're totally got this on map 3. And I'm a little nervous now. It's going back and forth. I don't know who I want to win.
I told you earlier, like every one of these people, I absolutely hugely respect and enjoy hanging out with. I love playing the game with these people. It's so hard because it feels like you're betraying somebody by rooting for another. Personally, I thought that IvI was going to come in. Kija being somebody that we haven't really gotten to see season 4, but that I respect immensely. But they are just neck and neck. It is so hard to tell what's gonna happen.
That indeed is coming to round 4. Valor coming in, IvI deciding how to make these holds and how to defend against them. Looks like this round might be a little bit better, a little bit more even in some of these choices being made by these Suns. I'm excited to see what they do.
And we do see the beginning damage coming out. I adapt, takes a little bit, as does Plunge, but they have the util to compensate. More wallbangs coming out. This top floor showing that it's a little bit of effort to try and get in, but that control has been taken from Plunge. James also takes out Proxy. The man advantage now hanging in IvI's favor. Plunge showcasing that skill that he has holding over from when he was on Acer.
As Dusty raining down some fire here, not quite connecting in the way that they wanted, and that 2K is going to be very vital for the IvI side. That defense would be very, very happy about that. I'm sure those comms are feeling a lot better now on the IvI side as they're, again, maybe going for another round and equalizing this against Valor. This is, again, the most contentious round we've seen between these two teams. I want to see how far it goes, how far they can make this.
These players are playing to their absolute fullest potential. It is round 3 and we are still getting crazy plays like this. These guys got to be a bit tired. I mean, Breacher's games are long. We've been here for a minute. Like, we're all cooking out in the sun in 102 degrees. But we see the final begin of the pushing as Crimson puts down the EMP, secures it.
Crimson checking around these areas, waiting for IvI to make their retake at this point. The EMP has been tapped, so IvI is aware the EMP has been planted. They don't know where. They can make a lot of guesses as to where it is. But IvI 4v3 taps are being made out here. I want to see how IvI approaches this. How do they want to go in? How do they want to win out, potentially knock down this Valor attack as IvI is trying their best to get some shots down. Knocking down another one, but sleeps up with their own refrag and knocking down. That's leaving just Bloom knows you against 3 different IvI players. This is looking a little scary, but we'll see. 9 seconds left in the round.
You're trying to get some ground, trying to make what you can happen in a 1v3, and you accidentally swing into the guns of 3 people. That doesn't feel great. That's not fun. But IvI has evened the playing field. We are back to a 2-2. This is another map that I feel a 3-3 is a reasonable flip on, where it's still anybody's game. Nobody's in a favor. Nobody's quite gone ahead.
Yeah, they're going back and forth, and again, I know I was making a joke earlier, it does, the further we go along, the closer it looks like we might be actually hitting that overtime, and I think nothing more fitting than getting that map 3 tiebreaker and finishing it off with an overtime. And again, reminder, that's one of the coolest things about this year at Con. We have the overtime to utilize. We don't have the tie that we had to use for last year between the F3 and Acer Grand Finals, and that's one of my favorite things. We have definitive winners for every single map, and that's one of the coolest things we get to see in this year's Con as we are coming now into round 5. And I mean, it's so cool seeing these economy choices because both teams keep winning and losing, so it keeps ebbing and flowing. And both teams will be very, very smart about how they approach their economy.
You really put in some motion on that one.
You like that? You like the moves there? You like the moves there? Of course.
Anybody here appreciate Martini's dances? Come on, he's got some moves like
it's
horrible. It's horrible.
You know what? Thank you. I appreciate
We have
that.
one fan in the audience. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, that's all you need. That's all you need to perform out here.
Did mommy and daddy tell you that?
Yeah. He's coming out here from the Valor. Side, beautiful, beautiful double insend on that rotation. The side is plunged, locking down Crimson for the count, leaving just 4 players on the Valor side at this point. We're going to see how they're going to approach this side. Looks like they might have some good ideas brewing here. As Swift getting knocked down by one of their own. Plugs though on the back, knocking down James. For the retake in the back. This is a beautiful, beautiful flanking play.
Oh, just figured out. Bring it back. On the final stage.
I love hearing the crowd. We're hearing a lot of love, and people want both of these teams to win at this point. Valor trying their best to keep themselves going forward. IvI trying to claw back and keep equalizing. It's going back and no, there's nothing more than a 1-point differential between these two teams, and that's how I know it's so heavily contested, so heavily contentious, as Shimi might say.
Yes.